Okay, hello, Miss Michelle here. I'm going to show you how to do some paper marbling with hopefully things you have at home. You're going to need some shaving cream, and you can either use food coloring or watercolor paint. You can use liquid watercolor paint with a dropper, or if you have the trays of watercolor, you can get it wet and splash some paint on there with your brush. You're also going to need some toothpicks to swirl your colors around, or any kind of tool you could use to do some swirling. Some light-ish colored paper. I have a couple different colors I'm going to try. And something to wipe the shaving cream. So I have a paint stirring stick. A plastic ruler is probably the best thing. You could use pretty much anything stiff that will wipe it. And then I'm going to use a cookie sheet, or you can use like the top of a Tupperware lid or any kind of tray to hold your shaving cream. So this is a really fun project. Some of you have probably done this with me before. I'm just going to start out by putting a thin layer of shaving cream down. Now this is going to expand, so I'll probably need a little more. I want to start small, and I can always add more if I need to. Now this is the fun part. I'm going to spread it around. So I want to get a somewhat even surface for my colors. And then this is a project that would be good to do near a sink. I just have this towel I'm going to wipe it off on. So after I have my surface here, I'm just going to start dropping some colors on. Now a little bit goes a long way. I'm going to use a couple drops of each color. And I don't want to cover the whole thing because I want to be able to see when I swirl it some of those cool designs that are going to be made with my toothpick. So I'm just going to add a few drops. And the less colors you use, the less likely it will be to turn brown when you swirl them together. So I'm just using what I have here, but if you have watercolors, you might want to limit yourself to 3 or 4 colors. So now I'm just going to take my toothpick and start swirling. So you can see I got some cool designs here. So you can spend as much time as you want on this. And depending on if I just make lines from side to side or circles, I can get some different patterns. I can try some zigzags. And again, I'm trying to swirl it, but I don't want to blend all my colors together. So I want to actually see the individual colors here. So once they start getting too blended, I'm just going to move on. Okay, so I'll try printing this and see how it turns out. So I'm just going to take my paper and I'm going to put it over the color and just give it a gentle press down to make sure the color sticks onto there. And I'm going to lift the corner. Now I'm going to have kind of a lot of shaving cream stuck on here. This is where my handy scraper is going to come in. So I'm just going to hold one side down and give it a scrape. And then I can put that right in there to reuse. I still have a lot of colors on there, and then I might just give it one more scrape. So this is why I like to use a plastic ruler, because then I could just rinse it off in the sink. This is going to be a little bit more messy, but it works really great for scraping. So I can use this again until it gets a little bit too mixed up. Then if I want to start some fresh colors, I can. So you can keep doing this as many times as you want. And then when you have your cool marbleized paper, you can either just have a really cool picture. One thing we've done in the past is cut different sized circles out of this and make planets. And then I can glue this onto some black paper and make a solar system picture. If I want to make a card to send to someone, I could just try folding my paper in half and printing it to get the front of the card. And then I can mail this to my grandparents or a friend that I haven't seen in a while. I could also just use it as a cool background for another picture and color or paint over it. So this is a really fun project, and I hope you like it.